And hello guys, this is Ragu42 with a quick update for the Ironbone or Iron Factory tutorial. Um, as you might have seen, I released a week ago a video about my survival build of the Iron Factory, a 1024 village iron farm. And yeah, some of you asked me whether I could do a tutorial on what kind of upgrades I installed compared to the original design when I still called it the Ironbone. And yeah, here we are in the creative world where I built the Iron Bone up for the first time. And yeah, now I want to show you just in a very quick video how to do this upgrade. So without losing too much time, let me just get to one of the permanent towers. Now, what I'm going to show you here is basically exactly the same for the other permanent tower. So yeah, of course, I'm going to assume that you've watched the original tutorial on the Iron Bone or Iron Factory. So permanent tower, just as a reminder, are the ones where we put these gold blocks at the bottom, just to mark them out. So the ones right beside the spawning platforms. And yeah, so I already set up one version down here. So I'm just going to repeat that. What you'll have is one villager for each layer here. Basically, this villager detects the doors up here. This villager detects these doors. And we're kind of going to merge these two together. So if you want to start from the top, then take the topmost villager or the topmost rail here and lower it by one block. So let me just put some blocks underneath here. Just like so. You can knock out these redstone lines on side for now. Then knock out these blocks and the rails. Just like so. We'll stop with this one and okay. Now I need to hurry up a bit because I don't want everything here to decay. Come on. Okay, so the villager below, you can just knock him out. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, right. So grab some building block. I'll just push him up again in his proper position. Okay, this is where he will be standing eventually when the farm is being rebuilt. And for now, let me just do it maybe like this. Okay. Sorry. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get him into the right position so he will detect all these doors. And that has to happen within a minute so the doors do not decay. And we don't have to run a rebuild right away. Now you can also knock out this redstone line on the side here, this half slab wiring that came up here, as well as this complete bottom line. So basically, out of each pair of two rails you had before, knock out the bottom one and lower the upper one by one block. So just knock out everything here. Then once we're back at this position, okay, this is a bit of hassle now. Okay, so for now we don't want the piston to be extended, but we also don't want to retract the slime block. You can also have it retracted, doesn't really matter. Just basically to keep the farm running for now. Now what we need are some furnaces, or obsidian, or any non-movable block. Then, right where this rail would end, put a furnace here, and one on this side, one on this side. Then next to the sticky piston, put a regular piston, and try not to lose your villager. Then get some glass. Probably should have done this first. And let's try to frame him in, just like so. Come on, move over. Nice villager. Okay. Then grab some powered rail, put on the furnace and all the way out here again. So just the same thing basically as we did before. And then, oops, okay. Regular rail right here. Then we need some levers. Just one right here. And basically just make sure everything is powered. We also put one right here. Alright, then next thing we want to do, put 2 blocks right here. And from the upper one, so from the upper arsenal ledge we have here, bring out a redstone line, make sure you don't connect to these redstone torches. Bring it up to the edge over here, then bring the signal down, like so. Let me grab a repeater. Oh, come on. Okay. One repeater on 4 ticks. Bring the signal all along, like so. Here we need to go block up. Then put another repeater on 4 ticks right here. Connect it with some redstone. Then 1 redstone dust towards the sticky piston. A repeater on the first setting towards this regular piston. Then we put a redstone torch right here. Another block on top of the repeater. 2 pieces of redstone dust here. Then another block. Sticky piston. Block. And 1 block up. Now put some redstone dust on top of this block. Sticky piston facing that direction. This one is actually a block that's going to be moved, so if I stick to the old convention I used in the tutorial, it should be a diamond block, just to mark out that it's a movable block. Then 1 here as well. Well, I don't think I did this for the pulse shortness, but anyway, 4 tick delay repeater here, redstone dust right here, and it didn't trigger, which is good. And you can also replace this with glass if you like. Make sure that especially this top block here is glass. You can use other blocks on the side, but this one has to be glass because the villager will be shot upwards by the slime block, and we don't want him to take suffocation damage. But at the same time, we have to stop him from shooting up. So yeah, that's why I need this glass encasing here. Remember, if the slime block is down, so if you don't want to keep the farm running while rebuilding, yeah, then make sure it's 3 high so you can actually get up here. Alright, then 1 little detail still. Next to this furnace, put a block and a sticky piston right here facing outwards. So this one is going to push out the rail when the villager gets lifted up, which is because of the slime block. Because when this one will get retracted, when we push the reset button, then it would try to pull down this rail. However, it's blocked by the furnace, which is non-movable. And also otherwise it wouldn't be moved if this wasn't a furnace. Yeah, basically the slime block will then refuse to be retracted. And the villager will stay up here, we can't send him out. To cut it short, it won't work. So, yeah, just let me do the same thing down here. Now, I'm sure something looks like this or like this up here. Basically the same thing. Okay. Now, we need to connect this up. We had a redstone line here, but we're going to knock all of these out. And then we need to choose the bottom output, so to say. Now, this one was for the top row previously. So this one is the one that's not connected. Let me just see if it's the right one. Yes. So it's quite a bit below the rail we have now. So I also have to change something here. I'll explain this in a second. Now bring this signal out and just connect it over here. So that this rail would get powered whenever this torch here blinks. And yeah, also remember previously this line was out by 1 block right here, but we'll have to change that for the slime blocks. Yeah, so just from the torch, which was actually previously on this block, I had to move it over here. Yeah, as that I'll show this in a second, but I'm just a bit short on time, so this might be a bit messy. We might have to put a 2-tick repeater in here just to be on the safe side, also to reach the signal over here. And that's almost everything done for this part. So for every 2 layers, you need to do this one little change. So I'll just show you once more how to build up this part. Now, this is just the rail lowered by 1 block again. Then slime block on the original height, or on the lower one if you don't mind to rebuild the farm, or just run the rebuild process. I mean, it's not really that much of a problem. Then sticky piston below the slime block, so if it's extended, it would push the slime block to up here where it's now. Then a regular piston right here, and sticky piston facing into this slime block just behind the slime block. Then again, blocks right here, and okay, one behind this piston, one right here. Then a sticky piston right here as a pulse shortener. Blocks all along here. Here, one block up, another block up. And then just drag this out to somewhere around the edge here. And from this, so basically whenever you have this line, just the next Ars Knowledge upwards, but here's the one we want to use. So drag it out. We also build a cross here, it doesn't matter. As long as you don't block this path here, everything is fine. So yeah, I'll just, oh, I'm 1 block too short. It really doesn't matter how you build up, just make sure you have a connection. Get some redstone dust. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then get a repeater. 4 ticks. It doesn't need to be 12, just make sure the signal reaches all the way along here. Then again, facing into this block, 4-tick repeater. A redstone dust here. 1-tick repeater here. Dust right here. Here another 4-tick repeater. A block on top here. Then, oh, let me get a redstone torch. So, I want to see if this one is extending. Just okay, now it didn't extend because there was no redstone dust here. And this one should have triggered. Now what's... Yeah, okay, it did trigger, but it's just blocked. By the way, stuff is aligned here because of the rails, of course, yeah. Okay. Again, 2 pieces of redstone dust on top of these blocks. Knock out all the stuff over here, all this half-slab wiring. And sticky piston facing away from the doors. A regular block here, just to take the rail. And you're pretty much done. So do this for every 2 layers, basically, then just this layer here we can completely knock out. And then we'd have to combine these 2 as well. But for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to leave that. So this one is no longer needed. Also this part of the redstone here is not needed. Alright. I'll leave this torch in here because this one is still important. So, yeah. Actually, I'll have to change that one. So I'll just change this one into the new design and be right back. Okay, so I also upgraded the second part here. Basically, I would have to knock out these rails now, but there's no villager on there, and it doesn't really matter. So next, what we want to do is basically grab the signal, which would previously activate our rail over here. We need to change this around a bit, and I guess I'm just going to show you again how to wire this up this time. So for the bottommost one, we grabbed our signal directly from this little contraption here, and we're going to do the same this time for the bottommost one. Just knock out all the previous stuff. I mean, this one doesn't matter anymore, so just get a signal over to this thing. And actually, this should be just on the right height. Yeah. So yeah, just bring it out here somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, it's a bit... I'd like to go on 15, but just put a repeater in here. And what you then need to do is grab some slime blocks. I should have come prepared. As well as some redstone blocks and sticky pistons. Where do I have a redstone block? Up here. Okay. So what we're going to do now is do this insta wire that I've already described previously. And that's going to look somewhat like... Let me move this torch over. And yeah, I said that's where you do it. So facing kind of inwards towards doors. Move this redstone torch by one block, so it's kind of at the edge here. Put a sticky piston facing outwards, redstone block in front, then a sticky piston facing upwards, and basically do the same thing at every level. Okay, this one is wrong, because I have to move this redstone torch, sticky piston facing like so, redstone block in front, and then just fill the gaps with slime blocks. Again, torch on top. This one needs to be moved, like so. Slime blocks to fill it up. Piston on top, and we're at top. Just put a few slime blocks on top for now. Possibly you might have to move some of these lines around, so just make a little notch in here. Yeah, just so that it doesn't interfere with the slime blocks. But we'll come to that in a second. So basically what happens here is, by default, this will be extended, and we'll put a redstone block on top. So yeah, it will take some time for all these pistons to extend. Basically, when we power, basically when we remove the power here and then put it back, you'll see it takes a bit of time. But if you listen closely, all the pistons reject at the same time. So this will be our insta wire. Then, of course, we have to grab the signal here for every second layer. Or better say, now the first layer from down here. This was the one we grabbed. And we also need to wire this one up to the piston, actually. So let's do it like this. So it's just safe on one piston slime block thingy down here. And for the others, we just do the setup. And now this one does not need to be connected to anything else, but the next layer again needs to be connected. So just grab the signal from the side here. And wait. Oh, sorry, I just messed it up. Of course, we need to wire up this one. Sorry. So if you count from the top, it's every second one. So first one you don't connect to anything, second one you connect, then don't connect, and then this one is the fourth one, which we'll connect. So just bring the signal over, and it doesn't really matter how you do it, just wire it up so it powers this rail. Well, in this case, it doesn't power it, but whenever there's a signal coming through. So let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it should be good enough. Yeah, it's 4-tick signal anyway, so it doesn't matter. And okay, so this is really just the bulk upgrade we do here. And we're almost done. There's one more thing to do, and I'll show you this right now. All right, so we need to build additional skylight shutters to optimize our timings, which will basically reduce the reset time of the farm by a significant amount. And for this, it's actually wrong. We want to kind of go to our skylight shutter here, and then here go up by 2 blocks, place another block right here, come out by 2 blocks, so you can place a sticky piston right here. And in retracted state, it should not cover these 2 blocks. So make sure here's a too high gap, a sticky piston right here. Then we just drag this all along and mirror it to the other side. So for now, we cut this, so this block will stay right here. And actually, I should use diamond blocks for consistency's sake. And yeah, just kind of extend this all the way along here. All right, once you've got the pistons and the additional blocks in place, then we don't need a block behind here. Just put a row of blocks on top of all of these pistons. Just like so. And same thing on the other side. Just so we can put redstone on top and power them. Okay. Let me grab a repeater. Just extend it by 1 block. Repeater here. Then for now just use a redstone torch. Makes it a bit easier. So just see how far everything extends. But here it stops, so yeah, this piston down here is actually butt powered from this block, so we can put a repeater right here. And just continue with our signal. As we don't need it over here. So we save on a few repeaters, which isn't bad. So do the same thing on the other side. Now obviously we know where the repeaters have to go. So let's test it. And if I remove this torch, everything retracts. Nice. Okay, so to imitate this, we put a repeater on each side. And for now, just connect these together. All right. Next, we want to build a little RSNOR latch. And we actually have to grab signal from over here. So we'll just do like so. Take this signal, and we might have to extend it a bit. Should wait, from where does it come? From here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's good enough. So just build this shape here, then put up another RSNOR latch, just like usual thing, and I just screwed something up, I think. Oh yeah, these are now cycling through. Okay, so better don't do that. And in this case, where's the item? So obviously if this happens to you, you have to replace the item in the last hopper. So it's actually a good thing that it happened to me. And okay, let's just move this over by 1 block. Or just, actually, we can also do it like this. So repeater to isolate it. Then now we can build up our RSNOR latch. Just like so. And where's our slime thingy coming up? Okay, now we have to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be good enough. So as I said, these things might need to be moved. I'll just make a little notch here and check that the signal still arrives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, it doesn't. So I just put a repeater in here. Then next, grab a redstone block and some regular building blocks, and just come over here towards these slime blocks. And I actually need another slime block. So in extended state, it should look like this. And obviously replace this block by a furnace, just like so it doesn't get dragged down. And just connect this all with some redstone dust. Remember to use shift here. So yeah, this is basically everything you need to do here. Now what this will do is, as soon as we get a signal which would cycle these hoppers, we shut off skylight access up here. So the villager, oh shit, okay, I'll have to run a reset process completely through here. So this is not what was supposed to happen. Yeah, actually I know why. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Okay, never mind. Actually, this shouldn't have. No. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to run a reset process, at least part of it. The world download will probably include a not fully reset farm, so I can watch the reset process. Especially since I'm short on time, I'll have to upload the video, and basically at the same time, I'll run a part of the reset process, pack my coffers, my luggage and stuff. God. Okay. Yeah. For those who didn't recognize yet, yes, I'm German. But usually I screw it up the other way around and talk English instead of German. Okay. Anyway, this is here done. Do the same thing on the other side. The spacing might be a bit different, but we'll just do the same thing. And then one last thing we need to do is over here on this reset line, which unlocks this Ars Knowledge. Let's just knock out this line right here, because that would mess up our situation. And also down here, because we removed all the hard slot wiring, you could just reclaim all this redstone and remove the stuff. So just like so. Maybe I'll just leave a bit in here so you can double check whether this connection is still valid or not. And yeah, so probably I'll just do a proper cleanup and then provide it as a world download for you. As usual, link in the description. And I hope I didn't screw anything up. If so, I'll probably do a new tutorial properly and remove this one. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were able to follow me through this stuff here. And I hope I didn't forget anything or screw anything up. But as I said, I'm super short on time. I'll be gone next week, so I might not be able to respond to your comments, but as soon as I'm back, I'll try my very best to catch up and reply to everyone who needs a reply or has a question or stuff. And yeah, as usual, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Okay, one little addendum. The reason why we put in all these slime blocks is so we don't need to change the timings in these hoppers. Now, if you remember the tutorial, I said you have to adjust these dependent on how high you build the farm, so how many layers you're building. This is no longer the case, so you can stick with the timings that I showed in the 4-layer tutorial. Just keep them for any number of layers. The only thing you might have to change is this hopper down here, so the initial delay before the actual reset process due to this timer kicks in. Yeah, basically just increase the timing here a bit if you build the farm bigger, but everything else can stay the same, and therefore the reset time will be greatly shortened if you build a large-scale farm like the 1024 village one. So, with this, I finally say goodbye, and see you next time.